Okay, so in the course of adding these user elements, what we've come across is a few little weaknesses in the program so far. One of the first ones is an obvious one. When you display mobile standards, the list of papers, if the paper doesn't have much text in the abstract or in the informative comments, then what happens is it only occupies about half the screen. The table occupies only enough space as is necessary, whereas ideally we want the table to be displayed 100% all the time, 100% width anyway. What we can do to change that is where we are dealing with the table here, what we can do is we can add an attribute to it, which would be it's a style value of the table being 100%, and so that can be done by putting something like t.attributes add okay, and the key is style, okay, and the attribute will be something quite simple like width colon 100%, okay, and that should now force the table or any paper, however many words it's got in it or not, to actually make sure it will always be displayed at 100% width. Okay, so that's the first little problem. The other problem was, as we noticed, that if a paper had no tags attached to it, then it didn't actually appear in the list of papers, which is a bit of a problem, because even if a paper has no tags, it should at least appear. But there's a nice, easier solution to that. I mean, there is a complicated solution. We could write a much more complicated SQL query in our access query that displays papers and associates them with weeks and usernames and also with the user who uploaded it, etc. But that would be complicated. A much simpler and easier solution would be to force to give, every time a user creates a new paper, to give it a kind of default tag, like for example the word all. Okay, so that can easily be done. We could just, in the page new article tag, let's just kind of remember what new article tags looks like. Because if I view it in the designer, you'll see this is what it looks like. You have the placeholder containing existing tags, okay, and then you have a button which clicks and then uploads. Now, what we would want is that every time you click this button, automatically an existing tag called all is created or associated with it. Okay, but we probably wouldn't want that word all to be among this placeholder of existing tags, this list of existing tags. So we've got a few little things to change. Let's go first of all into the database and let's force the creation of this tag called all. Okay, so if we go into the database and we go into the tags table, okay, and then what we can do is we're just going to create a new tag which is going to be called all. Okay, so there it is. On my kind of access has gone to kind of ID 7. That doesn't really matter because we will get the server to actually work out what the tag is. What the primary key is. So now in this kind of like new article tags, let's have a look in the code here. Okay, and so when on page load, what we do is we add tags here. Okay, so dbread dbread item tag. So first of all, we're going to check that if this tag is not all. Okay, so let's kind of like let's create just out of here. So tag name dim. So dim tag name equals dbread item tag. This will get the tag out of the list of tags. Okay. And then what we will do is replace that with tag name, and then place the whole thing around the whole thing. Put an if tag name is not equal to all, then okay, we actually don't need the brackets here. That's a bit unnecessary because it's not Java, it's Visual Basic. So then I just need to put an endif at the end of that part there. Okay, so just basically saying put in this list of tags that appear on the user, which the user can click on to associate with the tag. Remove the word all if it happens to exist, so the user isn't given the option to click on the word all. Because what we want to do is automatically put in all into the things. Now, if you remember, this is how it all works, the actual bit of where we actually add tags to articles. Okay. First, what we try to work out, we get from the text field, tag field.text, which if you look is here, this field here, in the middle there, that's the only really text field on that page. That is a field which is called tag field.text, and that has the list of all the tags. But some of those tags could be new, completely new ones written by the user. They could be old ones already in the system. Okay, so what we do is we try to find out which is which. We kind of get the list of all the tags in the system, and we put them into this word, all tags concatenated, and then we find out if it's a new tag or if it's an old tag. Okay, we do that through this kind of loop here. If all tags concatenated contains tag array I, namely one of the tags, then old tags add, new tags add. Okay. Now then, what we need to do is, before that happens, is so no, we don't. So this goes through the list of tags. Now here, probably after it's all been done, okay, then we're going to add old tags dot add open bracket all. Okay, so we've got this kind of thing. We're going to add that into the old tags list. Okay, and then once we've got that, what we can do is then you go through all the new tags, put them in, and then you go through the old tags to put them in, and the old tag we're forcing it to have is this tag all. So now let's see if that does actually work. So let's kind of bring up the browser. Probably it's been a while since I last logged in, so it's going to probably ask me to log in again, which I will do as soon as it allows me to. I think I deleted my user Steve, so I've got Johnny as another user in my system, and I'll click log in. Okay, and it's gone to new article tags, which we don't really want to go to. We want to go to new article first of all. So we're going to upload a new article. Let's call it QQQ week 10 QQQ. Okay, so that's good. This is our paper. Adding the article entry to the database. I'm going to associate it with Ubiquity. Notice the word all doesn't appear, which is good, exactly what we want. Okay, and then I'm going to click the button, and then what that's done, it should have uploaded the page now, and now you see that tags. So if I now filter, well, if I filter by all, it'll still be only very few tags. If we're only one paper indeed has got it, because that's the first one I did. So I need to now manually add the word all to the every single paper in the database. I think that can be doable if we go into Access fairly straightforwardly. If I go into Access, sometimes it doesn't allow you to edit when you're in this, but if we just kind of like junk tag papers, that's all we need. So we basically tags, foreign key ID, papers, foreign key ID. So let's just go through. Let's click on all, and let's make sure that every single paper has got all. So there's Computer for the 21st Century, and then there's whatever, Ubiquitous Computing on Campus. So I'll just adding all these to trying to make all the papers have it, because we know that from now on all papers will get this tag all, but so I won't bother sort of doing all of them. It'll just take too long, so I'll just save that now, and then if I refresh this page, I need to resend the query, and you see all the ones which have got all on them, okay, are beginning to appear. So now we're getting to a stage now where it's almost at the stage now where we could really be serious with this website, because we've got user implemented, we've got tagging implemented, we've got everything that's really necessary. But on the other hand, before we do that, let's just kind of think about exploiting this user thing a lot, because one of the most useful things in any sort of website is the ability to discuss. So therefore, we should give the user the ability to discuss a paper, and therefore have a place where contributions can be put, one after the other. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is implement a little discussion board per paper. Okay, so let's do that.